Hey everyone. Yes, I'm still here. Even with the, what is it? The new moon, you know, what was going on. I slept like a baby anyway. Um, so I guess they saw also the video I put up, you know, what did I call it? Left LOL. You really thought I was stupid or something? I forget. Anyway, what I said in that, it was the truth. I mean, this is also a topic that, God wanted me to bring up. Doesn't matter what you do, who you send, whatever. The ones that God chose, take for instance, myself, my family. That includes, I'm not even going to go into it, the ones who I call my brothers and sisters, which is another topic that I call my brothers and sisters. Well, anyway, our family, all of us, we're highly protected. And not only myself and them, making sure that we are. You can't touch us. And I made sure of it, and they made sure of it. It's ridiculous. But anyway, and also, I noticed, see, some of them are of color. They have other nationalities or whatever, how you want to say it, in them too. That doesn't matter to me. What they have in them. I know they're good people. I look at a person as a person, who they are, not by nationality or race or whatever. Doesn't matter. I did a video when I first started, and I've been doing it since I don't know how long, about being racist and all that, that to me it's repeating. And I'll just give you a brief. I said in the video, stop repeating about all that. It doesn't matter. Everyone goes through something or whatever. Some might be the same problems you went through. We all started at the same thing. But we made ourselves better. And, you know, with, like I said, with my family, and I'm talking about, well, them too, but the ones who are my soul tribe, you know, my brothers and sisters. They're where they are today is because, well, one, they believe in God, and God showed them, you know, that He was there, got them through, like He got me through. And we're here to speak the truth and get other ones through things. Help people. You know, sometimes we'll speak of, you know, experiences that we went through. You know, we do that only if it pertains to a message. Well, this is how we got through it. I hope it helps. But you have to take that, what we got through, to see with your idea or how you do it, to get you through. Because how we did it might not work unless you combined your way to help you get through it. But there's, like we all said, there's tons of information and help out there through, I don't know, doctors or whatever. So it doesn't matter and like I said, everyone has a purpose of whatever it may be. It's not, oh, well, they're higher than me. They do more than me. Oh, let's do magic and ruin everything to keep them down to our level or whatever. I mean, it's not only through magic. It's through other ways too. Now I'm going to tell you about, I don't believe in being a racist or whatever. I think every nationality, every color in my family. But I don't look at them as that. I look at them as a person. And that's how everyone should look at things. And start spreading, love and peace, kindness, help each other. I mean, I seen this a long time ago, and then recently when I did watch TV. And then I saw different things, pop up or whatever. What I said in my other videos about, with the being racist and all that, that one, it actually does need to stop. You know, and the lies, especially the lies, because when people go through things or whatever, you hear, say our great grandparents, said something, how it went, they went through it or whatever. But when it came to our parents' generation or whatever, I mean, it started to get, I guess, a little bit better. I don't know, because I never seen it when I was younger. And we were never taught to be mean to anybody. The thing is, you do know that, it depends on, if you learn the, the stories you hear, you do know that with some, they add stuff in there, and that along with our ancestors' stories, they only heard the worst part of stories, and then they just added more to make it seem more dramatic, whatever, how you want to say it. This is what I'm told. And I also seen it too, how things are. And this is really with anything. I'm also told that, people are also going through with, now again, I want to make sure, I mean, this is all going to be a warning and everything, but I want to make sure that I'm not doing this because you think I'm racist or I don't like people or whatever. No, I'm told to bring this up, again, to put a stop to it. And with this point that I'm about to say, one, nobody's going to like it. Along with, I said that people, throw in, their own story to make it dramatic and, a few lies and stuff like that. They didn't take our ancestors' stories, and go down the line and say, look, that's what happened in the past. Our ancestors solved it, but ones keep bringing it up to start it all over again. That's with anything. Really. How wars and race, whatever. Anyway, they do want to, I mean, I can see his face because he even came through. And again, this person was going by what he was taught and stuff like that. You do know that the very first person who did slavery was an African American on whites. I mean, that didn't last long. And no, I don't think he was, well, he was stopped, but I'm trying to hear the story. Hold up. I don't know. But anyway, the whites, well, they thought, that's not going to happen. Let's do it to them. But that got out of hand. Until, I forget which one. I was a president. Stopped it all. None of them had any right anyway. But they want me to make the point as in stop repeating. It doesn't matter. It matters that we're trying to help you to be where you're supposed to be through our help. All the way up until I was, how old was I? I don't know, about 30. I don't know. I kept hearing that okay, I'm Italian and Greek, okay? But I'm also others. I mentioned it, and I think it's on my bio. I can't remember. I don't remember where I put it up. But I'll give you a few. And that's not all of them. I'm Italian, Greek, British, Irish, Scottish, Native American, and others. But I kept hearing, even my father said it, that for a while there, when my parents got married, we couldn't say what our nationality was because a lot of people were against it. And I heard that when, I was 30, because it happened with me at one point. Like I said, I'm Italian and Greek. But when I mentioned that I was, British and Irish, did you know back then Italian Greeks weren't allowed to marry Irish? They still did. And my parents were one of them. I'm proud of all nationalities. Well, I got a lot in me. Doesn't matter. And the ones that you're going after, you do know that's also, other than you came to the wrong person, you messed with the wrong person, when you came up against me, you do know the ones that you are going after, see, God showed them because he knew in advance what they would go through, and that he knew that they can prove, and they don't need to prove anything. I just used that word. They knew that they can show. Doesn't matter who you are. It's how you got there and what you became today. Doesn't matter. And like I said in my other videos, everyone has a purpose. Everyone has a gift. You have to find it. Each person has a different level of where they're supposed to be. It's not to make others to look better than you or look lower than you. Remember, we all started at the same place. It's how everyone works together. For the whole entire world to be a better place, which our ancestors wants us to be, make it. Stop repeating, especially the dramatic parts, or bring up stuff. It's not a debate. That I can't stand debates. Just to start things. Who could be more dramatic or whatever? Just stop. I know every single person, I mean every single person, wants to see it be better. Well, instead of worrying about other people's business, instead of your own, doing things to harm people or to ruin people, or to make people lose things, doesn't matter how you do it. Not only with magic of constant and then losing your gift and then having everything returned back to you, but worse. It's not only those gifts that, things can be taken away. It's any kind of gift you have. Thing is, now it really got out of hand. Probably worse than what our ancestors went through, which I think it is. Well, they're not going to, you know, sit back. Now they're going to make sure that, you know, all the ones who thought that they got away with crap, no, not anymore. They change how things are going to be now. They went way too long to, you know, stop ones. They the reason why I went through it a really long time, not that I didn't really know how to put a stop to it. It's because I don't know how you say it. Not that, well, put it this way. All the love that I have in me, that I wanted to give ones, you know, chances after chance after chance, whatever. And that it ate me up, that I was determined to help this person or whoever. That I didn't realize that it stopped me from doing for myself. So to teach me all that, you know, God said, I need to hear it. Even though that he went ahead and started, he always did, but he only gave a little at a time. He kept telling me, I need to hear it from me. And when I would say it, I was like, wait. No. One more time. Can I do it one more time to help? But he had to put his foot down with me. He said, once I hear it, that's it. That I could say, oh, no, one more time, one more time. Wait, I can do it. I could do it. He said, no, he's not going to listen. But the thing is, he knew what he was going to do. And he knew that I would never do anything to anyone. He wanted to hear from me and said that he's not going to tell me. You know, and to reassure that, you know, telling me that ones are going to say, oh, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. No. Heaven above and the underworld are doing it. And it's not only with my groups that, my situation or others that are going through what I'm going through. It's for anyone. They said no. This went way out of hand, way too far. And it's not only with the topics that I'm bringing up. It's with other things. I'm here to make things, well, I don't ask for help except, from God or whatever, or whoever. I don't ask for help. I don't ask for anything. And when I do things, I don't expect anything. But I am asking, like I said in my other videos, this I am asking. If you want to see results of making the world better, you need to help. And it's not only with, with anything, like I said, and I say it, I think, almost in now all my videos, go out and smile at somebody or whatever to make somebody's day better. You never know what people are going through. And I'm saying that is, people don't give permission to be all up in everybody's lives or anybody's business. Again, if we want everyone to know our business, we would say it. Comes to a point where people need privacy. And that's with anybody. Like spirit world, this spirit, God, the underworld, they're pissed off. The sun, the moon, the stars, whatever, the universe, Mother Nature. Look what you're doing to it. Because you keep going up there thinking that you're whatever and messing around, playing around, thinking that this is all a game and disturbing them. For what? Because you don't like somebody? Or, you're going by lies that, oh, they took my boyfriend. Oh, they took my girlfriend. So we need to do death spells or go to them, and instead of asking, you harm them. Where is that going to get you? Except in prison. And if you have kids, what's that going to show your kids? Now they have a parent that, they're not going to be able to see. And what does that do to your other family? And because in my situation, you are constantly doing things because, of lies, jealousy, and whatever else. I really don't care. Why? Look what that did to your bloodline. Look what that did to all the ones that you got involved. What it did to their bloodline. What it's going to do to them. When, if you can do that magic and all that, you should have asked the ancestors what happened to them and what came back to them after a while. Look what it did. You're only repeating. And most of them, how did they get there? Let's see. Because of others, I said all this, because of others doing death magic. And the ones that it's being done to, others, and how our family or your family, doesn't matter who I'm talking to, how do you think they got there? And now they have to be confronted because, you have to go through this transition. Like, once you get up in heaven or whatever, because sometimes you don't know that you passed away and you were like, how did I get here? Don't you think that they're going to be told? Well, it's because someone in the family constantly keeps doing magic, so it got returned to all of whoever. So other than heaven, above, God, etc., etc., I'm not going to, and the underworld or whatever, you piss them up. Sorry. I got to eat, but anyway, you piss them off. Well, because they're getting informed how they got there. Now they're pissed off. So isn't it nice that you have all these people, not only up there on the world, even down here, because now ones are starting to notice, are all pissed off. But, you tried to do that to myself and others to get people to go against them for different reasons. That all of us shouldn't be where we are. Because you're not. And they want me to say it again. If you learned what the gift was, you would be where you're supposed to be. And everybody isn't on the exact same level. Because how would that be? To help and make things better, ones need to be in different areas. Some higher, whatever. I mean, this is a bad, uh, analogy or whatever, how you say it. One could be an engineer. One can be, I don't know, a hairstylist. And both of you love and know that you're supposed to be there to help people. One fixes or whatever, other ones, to make them feel better about themselves, to look beautiful, whatever, etc., etc., etc. Just say the hairstylist is pissed off because the engineer is higher than them. So let's do magic or whatever. Oh, and change destinies, or I want to be them. How does that sound? When do you think that, by the hairstylist going and switching destinies or whatever, thinking that all their gifts are going to transfer to them, that you could do it better? Okay, the engineer, well, one, went to school or college or learned it through their father or mother or one of the ancestors. And they have a passion for it. Do you think if you switched that you automatically can do it without going to school to learn it, doing it right, without harming anybody? Do you think you could do it? And could you imagine if an engineer, because you switched, doing hair? Without them knowing how to do it? I mean, if they messed it all up, their first thing would be, thought of is, because they learned how to fix things or do whatever that an engineer does. They were like, oh, I can fix it. Patch it up or whatever. Be for real, people. You can't switch. You can't stop anyone. You might have done it before because they wanted to teach people a lesson. Now they're putting their foot down. They're tired of it. You pissed them all off. Other than ones that are knowing all today down here. And I know I have a lot of people that want to change and make the whole world better. To put an end to, like I spoke about, racist. I hope I'm using the right word, but anyway. Or, people thinking that it's okay to take other people's partner or spouse or wife or boyfriend or girlfriend. No, that's all wrong. And ones need to look up the word no. I know what no meant, but it took me really long time to say it and have everyone know that I mean no. You need to work within yourself. You need to know your worth. And you need to set boundaries. And not off the wall or way out of, boundaries. You know exactly what I mean about all this. It's no one's fault what everybody goes through. It isn't. It's okay to, like videos or whatever, watch, learn how they, went up all the levels or whatever to pull themselves out of whatever they were going through. They changed what they grew up with. They changed themselves, what they went through to make it better. You just have to take that, put whatever is best that you think of and combine it and help yourself, along with getting help from a doctor, whoever. It's not our fault that, we're here to give out messages, the truth. And if it resonates, you take whatever the message was to make it better. I'm tired of seeing things being repeated. And it gets worse and worse. Okay, take all of you who are adults now. You grew up with all this crap. Instead of making it better, no, you're bringing in old enough, but not an adult yet or whatever, your children, because you're doing it. So, you bring them in instead of teaching them the right way. So your children think that they could do it, and they go and do whatever with classmates or whoever. What is that teaching? And how's that making it better? Especially for our kids. Our ancestors, our parents, they did their best. But they didn't have the help that's out today. Also, my parents, they had us, later. But, I'm taking my parents because, I didn't have, like I said, I didn't have the pleasure. But I've, spoke to some of my great or grandparents or great grandparents. You know, they didn't know, but they noticed the change and everything, and they brought us up. You know, not to do things like that or whatever. You know, until we became adults and understood things. You know, about my other video that I put out. Ones who use drugs, you know, or, you know, have weapons in the house or whatever. You don't tell or just leave it out for a little child, or I don't know, like I said, a 5-year-old, a 6-year-old, whatever, how old they were. I think 5 actually brought one into school. How? And I forget the fentanyl, whatever that drug is. How is it? And I'm seeing a lot of the news about that, but I don't watch TV. I hear it because I get the alerts about it. How is it that so many children are passing away because they have that in their system? I saw one video. I couldn't hear it anymore. I turned it off. I was like, why is this video coming up on my, wherever it was? I can't remember. Where this person, and I really, again, I'm not judging that person, or, you know, they're trying to do their best, whatever, how. They had a little one and they were pregnant again. But they were on the corner trying to get fentanyl because the one that they had cries all the time, or, you know, whatever, that they needed some, this way they put it in their milk or whatever. Really? I don't know what this is. Well, what it does, I guess, to calm the person down, or, you know, somebody down, I don't know. How are they getting it in the first place? If all of you want to do all this and then, you know, gets returned back to you, why is it that you know, you have to draw in innocent ones, your children or other people's children or families? Why is it? You have to sit back and admit, okay, I need help. I can do this. I need to be also the one who can help others to make the world better. And this video will be shorter, but the other one was longer. But I couldn't put that one up because of, well, the drama that was going on around me. that it's no one's business. So I couldn't really put it up. You know, even though that I brought all this up before, and even before I started, you know, coming on here, and I just, you know, when I said that, I thought that, you know, I don't even know how I started putting videos up. And then that quick, I heard, we pushed you to do it. And like I said in my other video, you know, even though it took me 6 hours, yeah, it took me 6 hours to figure out how to put a video up. Until finally, you know, they knew that I wasn't going to ask how to put a video up. They, I don't know, walked me through it. You know, like I said, all of us, you know, I can only speak of what I see and what I've been through. And like I said, the ones that, you know, I'm told that are my brothers and sisters. You know, other than my media family, you know, we have a huge family, you know, but I extend it. And that includes my DM, you know. We go through things, we got out of it. We tell the truth to help others. Now, even though that we, you know, everyone, you know, is God's child. Everyone, you know, gets close, you know, to Him or to Jesus or our spiritual team, our guides. But only some can get, you know, but we know God is real. We know our brother Jesus is real. We know that heaven, the underworld, is real. And we also know not to piss off anyone in spirit or the underworld. Oh, I know for a fact. But they also knew that, you know, I was joking. I have a lot of people that you know, run in the family think that we're all comedians, you know, but nobody gets our jokes, you know, whatever. I'm not going to get into it. But I took the time since I was a baby. I learned off of all. And that was one of my missions, I did this every lifetime, whatever. But the thing is, again, I'm on here. Well, to let all of you still know, I am here. I'm not quitting. I'm not going anywhere. Nobody's going to prevent anything. Nobody's going to, off me, whatever. No one's going to stop me or stop my DM from coming. The day, the right timing or whatever, how you say it, is here. There's no more delays. There's no more waits. There's no more whatever that has been tried that don't work. Whatever. It's done. And for the other DMs and DFs or whatever, if you're not with your person yet, or maybe soon, with some or most, it depends on what kind of level or whatever you're at, and if you have more work that you have to do, you will come together or whatever. The ones who did the work and whatever been delayed or whatever, I'm not going to get all into it. It's done. So the ones who know who you belonged with, before things change or whatever, well, the time is now. The right time is now. But you need to know that. I'm not telling, saying, oh, well, if you know that and you did the work that you were supposed to, like if you were already going through a divorce or whatever, but you were stalling and all that, no, you guys aren't ready. You need to get all that done before you actually come to the person who you're meant for. Because, you come together and you help each other anyway, but you don't come together bringing all that with you, where you attach to your partner or person where you both need to start all over. No, I'm not talking about all of you. And I believe the ones who know what I'm talking about, that little message is for, I'll just say us, all of us. There's different things that, God gave us to say, yes, or whatever, different things. I'm not saying, what did I say in my other video? How or whatever. It's the time to be together now. The DMs need to, go to their DFs or your person or, whoever can, travel or go or meet together, halfway or whatever. Whoever can do all that or meet halfway or whatever, whoever could do that, do it that way or whatever. And this goes out, to them who I'm speaking about and know, for all of us. No, it's time to show. You know what? All these ones who tried to stop or prevent or do stuff to, put illusions or delays or whatever, other than showing, what each other can do alone. It's time to show what we could do together. And with everything else to make the world better, everyone needs to come together about all that to show our ancestors and God. Okay, we hear you. We're going to make it better. Instead of saying, oh, I'm going to make it better. Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. But everybody, like I said in my other video, because of what was told to us, as we were growing up, instead of knowing yourself, about the fear of changing. No. I don't know what that word, why people go into being in fear of the word change. You change constantly. If you didn't know that, the whole world changes. Different things are made or whatever. And no one notices it until you hear the word, oh, let's change to make it better. And then all of a sudden everybody gets into fear. Well, I don't know how to change it. Oh, I don't know how to do this. No, I'm not changing. I'm staying in my old ways. Instead of, like, doing the good things out of your old ways and, you know, adding new and better. I don't know what it is. Don't know. But anyway, I'm asking also, help me and continue, if you are, to make it better. Spread love and peace. And I'm sending lots of that. Ciao.